Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Paranormal News. Tonight's article comes from WTOPnews.com, and the headline is Maryland Homeowner Burned Down House Trying to Fight Snakes. It's written by Will Vitka, and it was published December 3rd, 2021. And here you see a photograph right in the beginning of this person's house that is burnt down pretty much to the ground. There's a couple walls standing, but it's just a shell. It's just crazy. A Montgomery County, Maryland homeowner burned their house down on November 23rd while trying to manage a snake infestation, officials said Thursday night. Montgomery County Fire and Rescue spokesman Pete Peeringer tweeted that the owner tried using smoke from coals to fight the serpents in a house on Big Woods Road near Poolsville. And here are some of the actual tweets from Pete Peeringer. It says, update 11:23, Big Woods Road house fire. Cause accidental. Homeowner using smoke to manage snake infestation. It is believed heat source, coals, too close to combustibles. Area of origin, basement walls/floor. Damage, $1 million. No human injuries. Snake status, undetermined. The fire broke out around 10 p.m., officials said. Peeringer said 75 firefighters were called to put out the blaze. It's believed that coals in the basement started the fire, which caused more than $1 million in damage. There were no human injuries, Peeringer said. He listed the snake status as undetermined. And that is the end of this article. Now, this is a short one, but an important one, I think, because every once in a while you hear one of these stories where somebody burns their house down trying to fight a snake infestation or spiders or mice or something like that. And there's a whole lot of different hacks, I guess you could say, you could find on the internet that say that you can use mothballs, you can use this, you can use that, that mice don't like peppermint and snakes don't like mothballs and all these different things. The majority of those little tips and tricks and hacks are absolute BS. The easy thing to do is take away the food source, seal up all the holes, and rely on poisons and traps and stuff like that to kill mice. If you do not have a lot of mice in your home, you are not going to have a lot of snakes in your home. They're there because they want to eat the mice. So if you get the rodent problem under control, then the snakes will just kind of go their own way and go search out someplace better to live. So that's what I would do. You can always call an exterminator if you want to come in and take care of the problem, but that's going to cost a whole lot of money. And unless it is venomous snakes in your home, if it's like black snakes and stuff like that, I wouldn't worry about it too much unless they're in the house causing a problem. I mean, if you're seeing them in your living room while you're trying to watch TV and they're coming up on the couch with you, that's one thing. But if they're in the basement or they're just kind of out of the way and you don't ever see them and they're not causing a problem and they're not venomous, then I would just let it go. But I'm sure that some people don't want snakes in their house regardless. I live out in the mountains, so I'm used to seeing snakes and stuff like that. Hell, we had a skunk that dug his way into our basement and was living in my basement for a couple weeks. And you want to talk about hard to get rid of something. Because my basement runs the entire length and width of the house. It's gigantic. My house is very, very large. And it's crammed full of boxes and stuff like that down there. So there's plenty of places for something to hide. And it's not very easy just to go down there and grab something and get it out. And when you're dealing with a skunk anyway, I'm not grabbing a damn skunk. So what I ended up doing was I figured since there's a hole that he got in, he could get out that same hole. So I located the hole. Once I realized that there was a hole that he could get in and out of, I took a stereo, like a boombox, and I turned it up full volume and I blasted heavy metal in my basement, nonstop for 24 hours. And then I went down there and sealed up the hole from the inside. And I never had another issue with the skunk getting in the house. It turns out skunks do not like very loud heavy metal music. But that's what I did to get rid of him. He went out the hole to get away from the sound. I patched it up. Easy cheesy. Now, we do have snakes and stuff around here. I've found snakes in the house before. Because, like I said, I live out in the mountains. My house was built in the late 1700s. It's very old. I mean, my foundation of my home is whole trees. That's the foundation of the house, is complete whole trees. So you're bound to have those kind of issues when you live in an old house out in the country. But for me, I just left the snakes alone because they were black snakes. They weren't hurting nobody. It's not like they were in my bed. They were down in the basement. So I didn't care. They could just live here and feed on any mice that happened into the place. But other people don't feel as comfortable living with things like that. So I can understand why this person wanted rid of them, but don't burn your house down in the process. That's my main point I'm trying to get at here. Using smoke to try to get rid of snakes, I don't know if that would work or not, but it doesn't seem like a very smart idea. I know smoke calms down bees and stuff, but especially using like hot coals to try to, I mean, that's just craziness. So don't do that. If you have a snake problem like this and you are freaking out and you want them out of your house, call an exterminator. They'll come in and take care of the problem professionally and safely, and you will still have a house at the end of it. So let me know down in the comments section what you guys think. As always, it is up to you to make up your own minds about it, and I will catch you on the next one. Until I speak to you again, love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you, and so do I. Bye-bye.